Hello guys, I welcome you back into today's class. So before I dive into what we have for today, if you're new into this channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification button so that you'll be the first one to get notified anytime we are dropping a video like this. So without wasting our time, so what would you have into today's tutorial? What we have is what we call social engineering attack. Okay, so what we're talking about social engineering attack. This attack here is a type of attack that preys upon human weaknesses to gain access to private information, valuables, or system. Alright, so when we're talking about social engineering attack, this is type of an attack that focus on a human weaknesses to gain access to our private information, our valuable or our system. So basically, this type of an attack doesn't focusing on the weaknesses on our network. This type of attack focuses on a human weaknesses just to manipulate human into revealing, into providing their sensitive and information. So we have different examples of a social engineering attack. The first one here is a dumpster diving. So when we're talking about dumpster diving, this type of attack is when a bad guy, which is an attacker, go in person into organization dump where organization is putting their waste products. A bad guy can go in person there and searching all the dumps just to see some sensitive information. That is what a dumpster diving is when a bad guy go in person to organization dump and searching the dump in a way to see sensitive and information. It can be some information written in a paper, and it can be some information in a stolen system or the system that got spoiled. Bad guy can remove the hard drive and see all those information inside. Alright, so the next example of a social engineering is a phishing. When we're talking about phishing here, phishing is a sending fake email designed to trick a user into providing confidential information. Okay, so phishing is type of an social engineering attack where an attacker sending a fake mails to the victim just designed is to trick the victim into providing their confidential information. It can be the username, it can be the password, it can be their credit card, all those information. And we have different variants of this phishing. We have different variants. The first one here is a phishing. Okay, so when we're talking about phishing, phishing is also known as a voice phishing. That is when a bad guy or an attacker using a voice call tricking a user into providing their confidential information. But that attack is carried out through the voice. We have another one here that is spear phishing. Spear phishing is a targeted phishing when a bad guy target an organization, and when target the organization, it can use the organization into collecting some sensitive and information. The third one here is whaling. Whaling is a phishing with a CEO like a target. An attacker can target the CEO of an organization and going to be sending a message to all the employees telling them to submit their sensitive and information. The next one here is a farming. Farming is a fake website when a bad guy creates a fake website, and any victim that browse to the fake website, any information that the victim use is going to be harvested by the bad guy. Alright, so we have another social engineering that is not captured here. That one is called smishing. So smishing is when a bad guy using SMS to trick a user into providing their sensitive information. Alright, so what I want you to put in mind is that social engineering attack focusing on a human weaknesses to gain access to our sensitive information. So what we're going to be doing right now is that we're moving into the demonstration and you're going to see how this social engineering attack works. Okay, so I'm going to open my Kali. So I'm going to open my Kali and hold on for the Kali to come up. So we're going to hold on for the Kali to come up before we start what next. So we're going to hold on for our Kali to come up before we start what is next. For example, let me restart the Kali. So it goes to network, internet, put it on wireless. So I'm going to restart the Kali. So we hold on for the Kali to come up. We hold on for the Kali to come up. Okay, so once the Kali is up, we need to log in into the Kali, the username of Kali and password of Kali. Okay, so once we log in, there's the tools that we're going to be using to carry out this attack. The name of the tools is called Fisher. Okay, so this Fisher here is made for phishing. And before I explain how to use these tools, basically this demonstration here is only meant for educational purpose. You shouldn't use this against someone that you don't have the permission. This shouldn't use it against anyone. All these things we're doing here, we are doing it on our own network, and we are practicing everything on our own network. Okay, so before we can download the tools, we need to open our browser. Once we open our browser, we browse to this website, Zfisher. Just going to type Zfisher GitHub. So once you type Zfisher GitHub, you click on the first option here. So once you click on the first option, we're going to hold on for it to come up. You navigate down, you copy the first command here. So you go to your Kali. After that, we're going to open our Kali terminal and make sure that you are in a root by using sudo -i and put the password of my Kali. Alright, so I'm going to paste this command here. This is the command that we're going to be using to install the tools, which is Zfisher. We hit enter key. So once you hit enter key, as you can see here says the destination is already exist. I've already installed my own. If you do this on your own, it's going to install that particular Zfisher. So after that, you're going to use cd Zfisher and you're going to enter into that particular tools. Once you are inside, you're going to be using bash space zfisher.sh to turn it on. Okay, so once you turn it on, you're going to see this particular tools, Zfisher, and here you see that we have a lot of websites here. We have a lot of websites inside these tools. Okay, so if I want to, let's assume I want to create a fake Instagram page, I'm just going to type number 2, asking you select option where you want to use. I'm going to use number 1. You can choose any option based on whatever you want. I will choose number 1. Asking you for the forwarding service, you can choose any option. I'll go for number 1. asking you, do you want to customize the port? If you like, you say yes or no, but I will go for no. So this guy is going to come up with a URL. I'm going to copy this URL. Once I copy this URL, I open my browser. So we hold on for the browser to come up. So hold on. So once the browser is up, I'm going to paste the URL inside the browser and I'm going to hit enter key. So we're going to hold on for what this guy is going to bring up. Alright, as you can see, what this guy is bringing up is a Instagram. So if you see this Instagram here, it looks the same thing with the original Instagram. But what's the objective here is that any information that you are putting here, bad guy is going to be harvesting all those information. For example, if I put my username as a Sami at gmail.com and I put my password as a please don't hack me and I click on login. Once you click on login, if you go back to the Kali, you're going to see that all those information is being grabbed by the bad guy. The username of a Sami at gmail.com and the password of a please don't hack me. So that's how a bad guy creates a fake website and they're going to use those websites against the victim. As you can see, anytime that you are using the fake website, you put your information, is going to redirect you to the original website. As you can see, here is the original Instagram website. It's going to redirected you. But if something like this happen to a victim, the victim going to think maybe is a network issue or a network error. That's the reason why the website is not allow he or she is to enter. Okay, but in the first place that he or she has put in a username and password, the bad guy are able to harvest all those information. So for example, if I use Ctrl C and I open these tools again, if I open these tools again, let's assume I want to do it for, maybe I want to do it for Google. I'm going to use number 3. Hit enter key. Is asking you which type of Google. Is it the old one or new one? I can go for new login page of Google. Asking you for the forwarding service, I can go for number 1. Do you want to customize your port? I say no. So this guy is going to provide me with an URL. I'm going to copy the URL. So I'm going to copy this URL. Once I copy the URL, I'm open the browser and I'm going to paste this URL here and I hit enter key. So let's hold on for what this guy bring out. So I hit enter key. Let's hold on for what this guy bring out. All right, as you can see here, this guy is bringing a Google sign-in page for us. Say that we should sign in into Google. But what's the objective here is that if I put my username as a Sami at gmail.com and I put my password as a please don't hack me and I click on sign in, what's going to happen? I will be redirected to the original Google. I'm going to be redirected to original Google. If you can see here, you're going to see that the victim is going to be redirected to original Google. So as you can see here, redirected to original Google. But if I goes to my Kali, you're going to see that the information is being harvested by the Kali. Username of Sami at gmail.com and the password of please don't hack me. So that's how a bad guy creates a fake website and they can use the fake websites to avert a victim information. All right. So this link here, there's a way you can manipulate this link. It's going to look the same thing as the normal URL, and once you attach it to an email, once the victim click on it, any information they are putting is going to be harvested by the bad guy. Okay, so how can you prevent yourself from this type of an attack? The first thing is that anytime you are browsing to a website, make sure that the website is a HTTPS. For example, if I come back here, you can see that this website here, in the first place that we are using this website, it is not HTTPS. So anytime you are browsing to a website, make sure you are solving HTTPS, and make sure that anytime someone sends you a link or you get a link on your phone, you get an email on your phone, don't click on the link. So for example, maybe you got an email says that you should click on this link to verify your account. Don't do so. Else, go and type it by yourself and access that particular website. So don't go through a link. Make sure that you are solving HTTPS, and anytime you're browsing to a website, make sure that you check the URL very, very well. Make sure you check the URL very, very well. Okay, that's how you can prevent yourself. So don't fall prey to social engineering trick. Don't allow the bad guy to harvest your information and use it against your account, because once they get the information, they're going to use it to log in into your real account. All right, so that's where we're going to be ending this today's class. So if you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification button so that in the next class you'll be the one to be notified anytime we are dropping video like this. So bye for now, and thank you once again.